Hello everybody, there's a Jordansaurus Rex in the room, and welcome to Zoo Tycoon 2, a game that I love very dearly, and I actually installed this, and it really brought back memories of my childhood when I was playing it, because I used to play this all the time when I went over to my aunt's house, and it was one of my favorite games of all time. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into this. So basically, the objective of this game, if you've never played it before, is you basically build your own zoo, and you can build it however you want. And the goal is build the best zoo really that you possibly can. So I'm gonna go with the basic zoo that I always play, and we'll just see how well it works. Catchy music. Now, if you've never played this before, I have all of the expansions. You have the base game, and then you have four different official expansions that exist. And I have them all. They're all on here. Oh, in case you haven't noticed, I'm up here in the corner. Hello, over here, waving my hands wildly. I'm up here. Now you can see me. So, essentially how I play the game is the first thing I do, obviously, is, no zoo is complete without animals. So, let me get something to put my mouse on. There we go. Now my mouse might actually be able to read. So, essentially what you do is, first decide what kind of animal you want. What kind of animal should I start off with first? I think, actually, we're going to start off with the ever-famous reindeer, or the caribou. So then what you do... Oh, hello. It's a squirrel! It's so adorable! Look at the squirrel! He's just plodding along. Anyway, so what you do is... you basically come over here to... I like to do the zookeeper recommendations, because that's the way to make the animals happy. And then what you do is you build them a pen. That seems a little small. We'll go a couple more. There we go. And then you come out. And yes, oh wow, that was actually perfect. And then you got to put a gate in. Then the next thing you have to do is you come over here and you do what's called a biome modification. And what you do with a biome modification is essentially you're making the animal feel like it's at home. So, see how it's all being covered in snow? Because the caribou likes to live in the tundra. So, you gotta make it feel like it's at home in the tundra. Then I like to put a little dollop right there for water. Then we have... branches, in this case, for food. For our food item. Which I'm gonna put right here. And the water, yes... Even though I have water back in the corner, I do still have to have water troughs. Otherwise, they're not necessarily going to drink. Then what we do here is we take, let's give them a scratching post. Give them a couple scratching posts, or at least one. Then you have to make them feel, like I said, make them feel at home. So give them a shelter. In this case, the only thing that the caribou likes is an umbrella. So. Then, after you have that done, we can put in the animal. So I'm going to put in, for now, we'll start off with one female and one male. Comparing them side by side, you can very clearly see the difference. So now we have our first animals in our zoo. Yay, so now people are going to start coming to our zoo. But, okay, squirrel, what is with you? Come here. What is with this squirrel? It's just running around crazily. Anyway, so, is unable to reach the metal food trough. Maybe too close to an object. Really? You walked up to it just fine. Alright, here, let me move it. Here. How's that? Are you happy now? Good lordy Lou. Alright, so now the next thing that we need to do is we need to build our staff center. But you know, you can rotate it Whoops, there's one too many. Rotate it, set the staff center right there. And now, what zoo is complete without zookeepers? It's unable to reach metal food. Alright. Oh, was that the same one? Yeah, that was the same one. Okay, never mind. False alarm. Okay, so now... Oh, hey, look, it's a person. Hello, little girl. Alright, so then what we do now is we take and we have... Obviously, we have to hire maintenance workers, but we don't really need them right now because there's not really much garbage or anything in the zoo. So now what we do is we take... And we now build, you know, commodities. So, we're going to build an educator podium right there and hire an educator to go with it. So, and then, you know, there's obviously not, oh god, there's obviously not a zoo that's complete without the disgusting bathrooms. Is unable to reach the food trough. Here, try that on for size. Good lord, this is already off to a rough start. So, then, so we have that. Now, the next thing, obviously, we have to have the one thing that every human needs. Food. The food. So we're gonna rotate so I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. And, you know, basic, for now, you know, basic food stands. So, like, hamburgers, hot dogs, you know, that sort of thing. Obviously, you have to have, no, not sushi. Good lord, not sushi. Not everybody likes sushi. Soda. And last, but certainly not least, water and coffee. Then, once that's done, we then take benches, because, you know, people are going to bitch at me if they don't have benches. We take the donation box, actually, first and put that there. Then, we, you know, because this is kind of like our food court area, take and just set some picnic tables there, along with some garbage cans, because, you know, heaven forbid people not throw their garbage away. Then we come over here. We build some benches for people to sit on while observing the animals. Oh, that's probably one too many, so let's get rid of that one. Excellent! So, we have that. A zoo map. Click and select and then place a zoo map. So essentially what you're going to want to do, really, is you're going to want to take and you're going to want to place these at various intervals around the zoo. So people can obviously figure out where the hell they're going. Oh goodness, excuse me. But the rest of these we don't really need to worry about yet because we're not really that far along. Let's get another set of animals in here. Why not? No, we're not putting more caribou in. I'm kind of thinking that we put in, the giraffe. Because, you know, who doesn't love a good giraffe? Who doesn't love a good giraffe? So now what we do is we're going to take and we're going to build giraffe compound-ish thing. Is that straight? That's straight. There we go. We take and we delete that. We put a gate in so our zookeepers can get in. And now the giraffe likes the savannah, because, you know, giraffes live in Africa. So we take and we make this a savannah, which will apparently only have one tree. Three trees. There we go. We 3 trees from yonder glen. Extra credit if you know what that's from. We take branches and we set them in a couple places. We take water bowls. We set them in a couple places. Enrichment. They really, for some odd reason, really like salt licks. And then the only thing that they really like is a giraffe house, but I can't fit a giraffe house in here, so we're going to forego that. We're going to put in one female and a male, and we're good. This is already off to a smashing start. Everybody's happy. We come here. We're going to hire 2 more zookeepers. The rule of thumb that I follow is 1 zookeeper for 1 animal. Usually, I don't always follow that rule, but in the event that you get caught up or get stuck with something, there's a little bit of a... That's one rule to follow. And I mean, when you look at the size of the zoo, eventually we're going to end up building in this entire place. So, yeah, zookeepers and having a staff are going to be very, very beneficial. So, you're probably wondering, when I mentioned earlier the expansions that I have put on here. Actually, one of the expansions is for extinct animals. Like, if I can find him here, we have somewhere in this mass of destruction the king himself, Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I'm gonna house him. Now, the one thing, when you're building dinosaurs, you do need an electrified fence for the entirety of their compound, because if you do not, they will bust out, and it will be a hell of a time trying to get them back in. Okay, so I need to go one more, then go over with a fence. I'll put a fence right there, just so that way zookeepers have easy access. Well, let's take and build a tropical environment for our T-Rex. Careful not to run over into the giraffes exhibit. We'll build a little bit bigger water hole for them. Now, food. Dino meat, obviously, because, you know, why would they eat anything else? And we'll give them a trough. Enrichment. They really like this prey dummy. And I never really... And obviously, you know, that's understandable because, you know, they're carnivores. So we give them one of those. And they want one of these. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see. If I go over and delete, like, some of these, will I be able to fit that right there? Yes, I can indeed. Excellent. So now we have a Mama T-Rex. We have a Daddy T-Rex. Hooray! Oh, she's already trying to walk out. She obviously doesn't like me very much. Well, how rude. You, man, can talk to the hand. Okay, now we have to go back. Oh, zookeepers, yes. 2 zookeepers. Now, I mentioned that the extinct animals, one of the things that you're going to want to build is come over here, and you'll kind of offset from everything else, build a path that goes out there, and remove all of those trees right there. Because then what you do is you come back to staff. This is an extinct animal research building. So you build that there, and then you take these guys right here. Oopsies. These guys are paleontologists. What they will do is they will actually go out and they will find fossils. Pieces of fossils for you. And what the fossils do is the fossils will actually benefit your zoo, because then you can house more, because eventually if they find enough of the fossils, you'll have more animals that you can get. I mean, yeah, you'll have more animals that you can get. Let me rephrase that. Not necessarily more animals that you can get. More garbage cans. Donation boxes, of course, yes. Not necessarily more animals that you can get, but what happens is you actually get like, if I were having this as a paid game, hey, look, they already found a fossil. So how this works is if I actually had, you can look up there at the corner and you can see my money. If I actually had a piece, like, if I actually had specific amounts of money that I had, then people would actually, like, admission would actually be, I could charge people admission, and what would end up happening would be, like, so if I go over here, hey, my zoo's become more famous. If I come over here and I click on the animals, so like, let me click on the tiger, which I'll eventually get, you can see that the cost for a female is 15,000, and a male is also 15,000. Since I have unlimited money, that doesn't matter. However, if you find the fossil for, let's say, a Utah raptor, or a T-Rex, or a velociraptor even, then what ends up happening is you come over to the Extinct Animal Research Center right here, the Extinct Research Lab, and you can build the fossil. And then you can resurrect the fossil, and you essentially get a free animal. You essentially get a free extinct animal, which is really cool. Okay, so the last animal I think that we're going to put in for this episode is, well, first, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to build a pathway going from the T-Rex out here, and then, come on, out one more, and then you go down here. Then you come back around, and you build that. The last animal I think I'm going to build is, of course, everybody's favorite animal in the entire world. Bottlenose dolphin. I could put the dolphin in that shallow water. I feel bad for that dolphin. So what you need to do is actually, for the marine animals like a dolphin, you need to come and you actually need to build a tank. Now, I'm going to build a bit of a bigger tank than I normally would for a marine animal, and you'll see why a couple of episodes down the road. So we come there. And we're at, oh god, what did I do? Oh, well, I fucked that up. Hold up. Okay, there we go, that's better. Then we're actually going to come straight across here and build that off. So, we're going to actually build that off, and then we're going to get that. So essentially, now what you need to do is now we can take and we build that. So now these guys actually need very special, like, marine food. So we're going to take and give them a couple of fish things. Oh, a lovely splash of water for swimming around. And then we're going to give them something on the bottom. Enrichment, actually, one of the things that they love is a ball. Animal shelters, we'll give them a kelp bed. And then we're good. Now, obviously, if you know dolphins, they enjoy swimming in a pod. So what I do with marine animals is I take and I give 3 females and 1 male, which is good. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm going to show you guys something really cool that you can do. You can, if I come over here at the start of the zoo, I can actually become a guest, so to speak. And I can run around and do stuff. So we come in here and we can actually interact with the caribou and the poop and everything. Oh, there's fossil. Yay! Fill that. We fill that. And I can play zookeeper as well as the zoo owner, which is really, really cool. So obviously we're going to skip the giraffes for now. It's the T-Rexes. Oh, my female caribou is pregnant. Holy crap. Trash. Garbage! So then we come running around. Oh, hello, there's already people. So then we come running around, and we can actually also go and swim with the dolphin, which is really cool. It's so cool, see? See? You can swim with the dolphin. If you've always wanted to swim with a dolphin like I have, you can complete it now, and it's really cool. So, the very last thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hire a couple more zookeepers for the dolphins, but I'm also going to hire a trainer. And what the trainer does, you'll have to see in the next episode. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. I sure hope that you did, because I certainly plan on doing more of these in the future. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and as always, I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye!